Oh yeah, and last thing I'll say is if I can't have Dash Jake, then I'm gonna take Stride and Kylo.
Okay, I'll take Han Wedge.
This is great content already. All right, so let's let me go ahead and do a mic check on everybody in a second here. Come on, live dashboard update.
Okay, one thing we do need to do though for next time, Ben,
Yeah.
is everyone is allowed to pull static discharge array if they end up with it. Because I think 2/3 of the lists in the last draw.
Yeah, it definitely loved that. You are good, Vince. I hear you. So let's see if we can hear Rick.
What about just giving each player a ban on a list?
No.
No.
You take what you get, except for a couple things that are actually completely useless.
No, I mean ban on a list. So before anybody drafts, you guys could be like, yeah, no, Vader out. Goodbye.
Well, yeah. So I was thinking about doing something like running all of the lists by the entire group and maybe doing like if there are 3 lists here that need to be banned, what would they be that I need to regenerate? Something like that. So we don't end up giving, whoever drafts first fucking Vader, Sabak, whatever.
The problem, though, is that you're going to start getting people who just assassinate other people by pulling what they know they're going to draft.
Yeah, but we all know that it's just going to go at Rick's list, so it's fine.
Right, but if Rick's drafting last, we don't need to pull any specific empire.
Yeah, we do.
Why? To keep
a list that has multiple strikers in it.
The thing is, Vince, is there are folks whose opinions I trust not to be just purely trolly. So
honestly, I hope I'm one of them.
It'll be fine.
There's nothing trolly about good strategy.
Hi there, guys.
Hello.
Daniel, this isn't the right room.
Yeah, well, apparently the content checker button is flashing for both me and Patrick right now, which means we have to check the missing content.
There wasn't anything when I ran it, so I don't think you guys need to.
It didn't even restart.
Oh, I haven't had to run it.
Yeah, well, it was flashing and it wouldn't let me join the game until I clicked the button, and now my vassal has frozen on me.
Yeah,
is,
it'll
great.
In 5 minutes, it's gonna find nothing, and then you'll be okay. So we understand.
So yeah, it's been a wonderful day right now.
Yeah.
Just wonderful. So just a heads up on why I can't even get into the game right now. And
Gotcha.
Patrick says he loaded his cards up. All his cards were blank, so he might have to do it as well.
You should just tell you both.
Oh my god, they are all blank for me too.
All right, let's all drop.
Yep. So.
Okay, I'm downloading. So it finally gave me the list, so I'm downloading everything.
I'm just gonna re-up.
I can see the pilot name.
So those of you who are with us on the stream, this is scintillating content you've got here. You're watching me download apparently every vassal asset all over again. I wonder if this is some response to sort of FFG starting to look at.
Okay. While we're waiting for everybody to reload the room, can we talk about how fucking stupid that is?
Yeah, feel free. I don't disagree. I think this is the worst possible time for FFG to, it's really Asmodee to get a bug up their ass about, cracking down on the only fucking way we can play the game and the only way that their community is staying alive.
So, hang on. How many of you guys follow the Stay on the Leader podcast?
None of us.
Me.
Okay.
I don't anymore.
Well, that's because it's dead. But there's oh god, my content checker is flashing. Son of a bitch.
Sucks to be you, bruh.
So I'm gonna start doing that. All right. So while that's happening, he postulated that
not a word. Hypothesized or postulated? You can't have both, man. Come on.
Which one you want? Which one you want, Rick?
So he chicken littled that that what happened was in a bid to sell to get Asmodee or the company above Asmodee to buy the game or to buy they essentially they announced 2.0, which gained interest, and then they released all the conversion kits for the original factions, which sold like crazy and generated a ton of money. And then sold the game, and then they released the sequel faction conversion kits, and then they released the prequel factions, which earned a lot of money and made X-Wing look really profitable and all of that. And so that was the old company that did that. And then the new company buys it, has it for a couple of months, makes good money in the first quarter off of Wave 2 and Wave 3. And then Wave 4 hits, nothing sells because it's all reprints. And they're like, uh-oh. And so that's why there's so many changes going on, is because X-Wing just stopped making money. And that they're trying to actually get a profit out of FFG. And so they're having to restructure everything. So that's why we got the change in the customer support side. That's why we got the no more reprint packs. That's why we're getting so many other pieces, is because they're having to completely restructure FFG or X-Wing and FFG in general. And so part of that is reclaiming a lot of property so they can actually make money as opposed to just have an awesome product.
Well, I think it's pretty clear that, from what we saw, that some of the reprints were not selling because there was still plenty of 1.0 shit in the marketplace. Right. I think that's pretty obvious.
Hey guys, just a quick heads up. We had to create a new room because the first one, I guess, glitched out and it wouldn't work. So I created a second one to join.
Yep, I'm in there. But
cool.
Synchronizing with you is not adding a map so far, so we're just kind of waiting.
Yeah. Haven't created yet. 1 second.
Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, I mean, I think obviously Asmodee has been cutting back their costs, obviously, probably in a bid to sell the company. I don't think you have to go any further than that. I don't think you need a conspiracy theory any further than that.
But that already happened.
No, Asmodee hasn't sold the company.
No, the company above Asmodee bought them.
There is no company above Asmodee. Asmodee is owned by... Asmodee is the company. Sure, it's owned by like a venture capital firm or whatever, but Asmodee is the company. I mean, yeah, they may be looking to sell off the Asmodee name as well, but anyway, that's regardless. My point being that they're cutting costs in an effort to more make the company look attractive, and that includes doing things like killing product lines that aren't going to make money, right? You don't need to go any deeper conspiracy theory than that. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't need to go any further conspiracy theory than most of the reprints were just not competitive ships.
That too.
It's. I mean, you don't have to. I'm a big believer in the saying, never attribute to malice what you can attribute to stupidity.
All right, I'm still seeing the same kind of F up on the upgrade cards we were seeing before. I don't know that it matters too much, but we'll leave it up to the players to decide what to do.
Let's synchronize. Join as observer. Hooray. The map is live. I love that map. I love the green to orange. It's so nice. Yeah. I think these are blank for a reason. I think they turned a blank because they don't want to get sued.
Yeah. It might be.
I mean, they
made their own art for the ship, so I'm sure they're not worried about that, but you're probably right. All right.
Yeah. That's what I would guess. I think that's why the update was so small and so fast, as it was actually a subtraction, not an addition.
Right. All right, well, let's rebuild our upgrade list and ship list. Not tit, tie/BA.
The tie bad. I'm sorry. I don't think overpriced Z95s are good ships. And any chat can get as mad at me as they want about it. When I can get 4 dice and a target lock out of Lieutenant Blount for 30 points, and you pay damn near 60 for Von Reg for the same attack, guess what? I win, you're wrong.
All right. So I'm going to save the notes here. All right, rocks are on the board. Daniel is passing first player to Patrick. Daniel did draft well after Patrick. So anyway, welcome everybody who is here to view our game tonight between Daniel Lim and Patrick Hansen. Daniel pretty much has to not crater to make the top 4. And Patrick needs to make Daniel crater to make the top 4, so this should be a pretty entertaining matchup. With me tonight, I'm Ben. I'm one of the founders of Militant Casuals. With me tonight is another founder of Militant Casuals, the pink sparkly one. That's Rick. Say hello,
Hi.
Rick.
What's up, everybody?
And with us also is the illustrious host of the Wide World of Wargaming X-Wing podcast, Vince Morgado. Say hello, Vince.
Howdy, folks, and Rick is always wrong.
Well, except for when he gets to draft first and takes Vader, then he was right. Very, very right.
You know, it's like I told Bobby Ott right when the draft, or as some of you may know him, the real fun Bobby. I told him it doesn't take a lot of brains to draft LeBron James first overall.
I mean, Lamar Odom was a
man.
pretty good pick for the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, I bet Greg Oden was too. Him and his knees made of what? Basalt?
Tonight we are watching another match that has some potential top 4 impact here. So we've got Daniel with his 4-1 squad, First Order, Epsilon Squadron Cadet with nothing, Hollow with Outmaneuver and Pattern Analyzer, Petty Officer Thanison, Command Shuttle with Advanced Optics, Pattern Analyzer, and Supreme Leader Snoke, and Lieutenant Rivas, just a generic not generic, but a low initiative TIFO at 27 points. And as I've heard in our broadcast already, I mean, Daniel's going to lose because he's got Hollow. I mean, it's just a Z95 and it sucks. So Patrick Hansen, on the other hand, has a Grand Inquisitor, TIE Advanced V1 with Instinctive Aim and Mag Pulse Warheads, a Saber Squadron TIE Interceptor, just naked, Whisper with Swarm Tactics, Fire Control System, Fifth Brother, and Munitions failsafe. So like half those upgrades are good, and Gamma Squadron TIE Bomber with nothing.
Hey, that's a really useful FCS you got there. Oh wait, the Phantom doesn't have a target on.
Hush! Don't tell Patrick. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 3/4 of those are worthless. Well, Swarm Tactics is not terrible, but Whisper's probably not going to be near anyone. So yeah, it sucks. So yeah, let's talk about the matchup. What do you guys expect to see out of Daniel and Patrick? Patrick is probably one of the first people who joined our craziness in Militant Casuals after we got our T-shirts made, and it was just the 5 of us being dorks. And of course, Daniel is known more for being a capital Corsair, but basically latched himself onto us because we travel more than his buddies in Sacramento do. And we're happy to have him because he's way better than pretty much all of us except for Brandon. And I'm sorry, Rick, that includes you. So anyway.
I mean, I wish I had the credentials to disagree.
Well, you are a hyperspace champion, right?
Yeah.
Daniel played more competitive people every single round at the one he came in second at than Rick played in all 7 games at his.
Ouch.
Never mind that I have conceded to Daniel the 2 times I've played him in tournaments because I had my Worlds invite and he didn't.
All right.
Let's be fair. Daniel only didn't get the Worlds invite at the Santa Clara trial because he literally couldn't go and thus defaulted the game and played it out just because everyone yelled at him.
Okay.
True stories. Anyway.
So Daniel was
there.
Moral of the story, Daniel's
very good. Patrick is also very good, though he has terrible luck when he and I match up. That will not affect him tonight. So you guys, what do you guys think of the lists? Who do you think has the advantage here and why? Let's start with you, Vince.
Well, I can make this really simple. I hate Patrick Hansen.
Wow.
For destroying my life on multiple occasions because fuck you, Grand Inquisitor. I hate to
I thought
say
the
it.
overpriced Z95.
No, I was talking about the Thai bad.
They have the same stat line. And dire.
No, they have the same stat line, but not. I don't treat him the same way. 2 Force also has a little bit to do with it. Z95s do not have Force. Why did you have to do that in the middle of me talking, you douchebag? Here's the deal. Pat's got the better list. You could argue that maybe Daniel's a better player and his list works together a lot better, like in the way of describing it at all working together, which Patrick's doesn't. But I'm going to take – I would have to pick fucking Natty Patty no matter how much I don't want to.
All right, Rick, your rebuttal.
The answer is semi-jokingly, whoever's dice melts first. To quote somebody from earlier today, and I forget who that was. But we have
Probably Brian Webb.
We have the two notoriously hottest rollers in the region, facing off against each other. And so really I think what it comes down to is how well Patrick can counterplay Hollow, and whether or not he lets Hollow get away. Because Thanison is terrifying, but Thanison will melt when put in the front arc of all of Patrick's ships. And then after that, it's just a bunch of little TIE fighters that he has to clean up. So it's how well Patrick plans and executes. It will allow him to win. If he does not execute his plan and does not go well, then it will default to Daniel. But I also feel like dice will be a major factor in this, so I'm really excited to see the chart at the end.
Yeah, we've really all gotten way over invested in what the dice results say on Lady Luck. I have to admit,
it's true. It's been pretty fun to see those stats after a game, and they have the dice have definitely had an impact on some of the games in the last couple of rounds, no doubt. They've also not necessarily correlated with who won. Tommy's round 5 game is a good example of that. I kind of look at this matchup as, well, first of all, Daniel's entire existence is about killing Vader, and Vader's not on the board here, so he's at a disadvantage there. And also, there is an initiative advantage basically to Patrick's list. So I think this is a very difficult matchup for Daniel, to be perfectly honest, for that reason alone. That said, Daniel's good enough that he can overcome it. And if his dice show up the way they did against, was it you, Rick, that he just completely? Yeah, you were Vader.
Where Thanison never rolled a blank.
Yeah. If that happens, again, then he's just going to walk away with this. We do joke that Patrick is called Natty Patty because his real life dice can be, but are not always super hot.
No, they're naturals. He never rolls focuses. They're either all blanks or all hits. There's never an in-between.
Vince, that kind of sounds like your dice through this whole tournament, to be honest.
Can you shut the fuck?
Anyway, so we are on to round 1 here. What do you guys expect to see out of each of our players, just in general? Fast engagement or sort of slow, cagey play?
I would ram Thanison right down Patrick's throat. There's nothing in that list that can take even one hit if he gets him in the front arc.
Yeah, I think that's actually fair. I just think the rock setup actually is pretty good for Patrick to prevent that from happening. But I definitely agree with you. If that's something Daniel can get to happen, it's good. Rick, what do you think?
I think he's going to slow play for a turn here. Kind of decide if Patrick's going to approach or turn away.
Which he won't.
How those rocks are, he needs to decide if he's sending Thanison left or right. And so I think and he set himself up for that first turn block and kind of just go from there. Look at that. So yeah, he's basically telling Patrick, hey, are we going to do this on the bottom or the top? Tell me.
It's something I want to add, by the way, here, folks, is Patrick shared a little bit of insight about this list with us in our Militant Casual chat. That one of the things he's discovered by playing a bunch of Jank Tank is how valuable the I3 and I4 generics can be, and specifically he was talking a bit about this Saber Squadron he's got here. That is, initiative 4 and 3 attack dice and 3 defense dice, and nobody fires at it because they've got other things to worry about, like Whisper, for example, and Grand Inquisitor. And so look for Patrick to try to find a way to sneak that Saber Squadron in behind Daniel's list and make use of that trend.
I love Saber Squadrons. I think that the lower they go, this sounds obvious, but I mean, the lower in points they go, the faster they're going to start showing up on the board.
Yeah.
They are pure damage dealers through and through, and even at no upgrades, they're still a ridiculous value, and they will shred Daniel's list in a heartbeat.
If it ever gets to a point where you can put 4 Sabers and Vader on the table.
Yeah, Rick, we know.
Let's not go there. I'm okay with 4 Sabers on the table, but Vader needs to go up in price if they get cheaper.
Vader's a 72-point ship, and we all know it.
Yeah. So we have quite a contingent watching tonight's game. I suspect that Sacramento has showed up for Daniel here, more so than different regions have shown up for their other counterparts. We've got 8 folks on a Thursday night.
Wine.
What's that?
In that case, I need to drink some more wine.
Yeah, I need to...
Shout out everybody on 80 East.
Yeah, so let's talk about what we've seen so far. Looks like we're pretty much through the first round already here, with Hollow moving last. Whisper went already, right? So we've got some slow moves from Grand Inquisitor and the Bomber. Whisper moved just far enough to cloak and kind of have options. The Saber is trying to move around. Interestingly, maybe not, Daniel sent out the 2 TIE fighters to kind of potentially cover that corner. And of course, Thanison stayed where he was and Hollow's going for the other corner. So what do you guys think about the opening moves from each of the players? Let's start with Rick.
I think Daniel did exactly what he needed to do. He needed to figure out which way is Thanison going. I wouldn't be surprised to see Thanison 0-stop one more turn, just to make Patrick commit, because Patrick can still turn back in if Thanison moves to the right. But Thanison could also just 1 straight while the TIE Fighter is 1 hard.
I was thinking that too. I mean, I don't even think he needs to hard stop. I think he can just 1 forward and has plenty of options from there anyway.
Yeah, so 1 straight, then the TIE Fighter's 1 hard, and kind of says, okay, where are we going? Because if that Saber tries to flank too hard and then gets caught, I believe the button is delete.
But do you worry? I mean, if you're the Saber Squadron, do you even worry about 2 die TIE fighters? Honestly.
Oh no.
Yes.
If Thanison.
Yes, you absolutely do. That's how you kill. That's how every single TIE interceptor in human history has died. Is the 2 die attacks.
Okay.
And because of the combo with Revis, Revis moves up, takes a focus, then the Epsilon moves up and takes a target lock, and suddenly Revis gets a free target lock out of it. And so suddenly you have a highly modified 2 dice attack. And so if you end up at range 1, that's 3 dice heavily modified coming at you, and you only get 1 token.
Yeah. So I want to add something here. Daniel's already got his dials down, and Daniel is a pretty contemplative player. So this is really just my opportunity to say Patrick is a very contemplative player and will take some time to put his dials down every turn. He really, really, really does think through his moves very thoroughly. I don't say that as like a drag on Patrick at all.
No.
At all. He's just a very, I dare say, cerebral player and really, really takes his time.
Patrick is the kind of guy that if you get caught up behind him at Starbucks, you literally start contemplating murder.
So what I will tell you guys is that I actually had a chance to talk to Patrick and his brother about how Patrick sets his dials,
Mm-hmm.
and the feedback I got was actually really interesting. Is that Patrick is actually moving very, very quickly and thinking really, really hard while he's setting his dials. But what he does is he actually goes through every single permutation he can every time he sets his dials to decide what is best.
All right, so we've got dials down. It looks like we're going to be heading into round 2 here.
Oh, there's a decloak.
I have a slight worry about the position of Hollow right now, only because if Thanosson starts heading towards the top of the board with the 2 TIE fighters, and the Grand Inquisitor turns in and barrel rolls, Hollow's alone staring down the Bomber, possibly Whisper, and the Grand Inquisitor by himself.
Yeah, and honestly, with that possibility there, I'd expect that Daniel's probably just going to one hard here and barrel roll to the other side of that rock. He's not going to really risk Hollow, I don't think.
So no decloak, it looks like.
I think it was a failed decloak.
No,
yeah,
he didn't test it.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, but he snoped Whisper the 1 bank to the right. Oh nope, that's
the wrong.
forward.
Okay, then I think he is trying to collapse on Hollow.
Yep. I mean, the challenge here is going to be that rock is just a little bit in the way for him to get a really, really great angle on here if Daniel does do a 1 hard barrel roll, which, this ship was built basically to barrel roll every freaking turn. So
yeah, it was.
Now we did
also,
see that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if when Whisper does this, that 1 bank, if she doesn't roll back towards Patrick's original side, Thanosson 2 hards and he's on her.
Yeah, and though we do see that Thanosson did initially make the bank rather than just a 1 forward. Which
I almost think you have to 2 hard here.
Oh, with Hollow?
No, with Thanosson next turn you have to.
Next turn. Yeah, I think so too, because you're taking the chance that that list is going to just come through a gap at you if you don't.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think you actually have room to snake the 2 hard, so you can 2 hard and then still 2 hard again to the right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't like this for Hollow at all. This is bad.
Well, it just depends. It depends on what Daniel. It just depends on what Daniel did, right?
Here's the 1 hard roll.
I don't think that's range 3. I think Daniel could get away with a 1 bank.
I wouldn't want to, though. That puts you in a terrible position for next turn.
Oh, that's Rock City. Interesting that he rolled towards the top of the board. I find that strange.
So there's
that Gamma was causing problems.
Yeah.
No, just a focus. I mean, you have 5th brother. I'd barrel roll there or cloak.
Well,
he pulled the focus back. It looks like.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get outmaneuvered.
I mean, I don't think you want to barrel roll there anyway, because you're just going to recloak, and that is your barrel roll next turn. Well, there's a 1 bank for Daniel. So
not if you get smacked, you're not going to recloak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So target lock focus or barrel roll lock, barrel roll focus, barrel roll something.
I don't think there's any benefit to barrel rolling here. I think if you're going to go at Whisper, you go ahead and try to strip that evade. I think you have to.
With a strain or lock focus with a deplete.
Yeah, I mean, do you deplete and go 2v3? Because the strain will get you killed.
I think you probably have to. I mean, his other option here is to just barrel roll behind the rock, take the strain, and use the rock as the extra. And then maybe you just focus instead of...
coordinate you out of trouble.
Yeah, Thanosson coordinates you the barrel roll again next turn.
I'm not sure Thanosson can get to range 2 for the coordinate, though.
100%. If
Hollow
barrel rolls back right,
Oh, barrel rolls
Yeah.
that way. Oh,
Yeah.
well. I mean, if I'm going to barrel roll, I kind of want to get at the advantage of the rock, to be honest.
Or
So
you,
you
okay,
could
that's a
deplete.
deplete. That's a lock.
Yep. So he's
And
going to
then
stay where
you
he is, right?
focus or evade and hang out.
Yeah, focus. Because, honestly, you don't care about the bomber shot. So,
Bomber might not
doesn't
even have
a
arc.
shot. Bomber doesn't have a shot.
It's close.
it's
You're
close.
real. I love that confidence.
The
Whisper
nice thing
doesn't
about
have a
Vassal
decloak.
is
Whisper
that
does not have a decloak towards that bomber next turn.
Correct.
well, Whisper rolls natties.
Fear.
Natty, patty, clap, 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 clap.
Good thing you took... Oh, wow.
Natty, what?
That's Hollow taking a damage.
Ben's missing it, so I'm going to do it.
No, I got it.
Oh, all right. Just double. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear you saying anything. I was ready to jump into that gap and hold it down.
No, you're good.
Once
Yeah,
more
that's-
to the breach, my brethren.
Now you will never do any damage to Whisper. Ever.
Just roll natties, though.
Oh, it's going to be really funny when he double blanks it. Aw.
Yeah.
Spend the evade for spite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, he spent the focus for extra spice.
Yeah. I refuse to give up my evade tokens to you, communist. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is close, but no, the bomber did not have arc, so that's good for Hollow. Though you really don't want to lose 1/4 of your health on the first turn of
Yeah.
engagement.
I mean, Hollow did that against me, and look what happened.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
were
but-
Vader trying to target lock him, so...
Oh, God, that was so
I
funny.
see
I
your
may never
point.
get over it.
All right, so we've reached the end of the turn. Of course, Whisper has recloaked. So let's talk about how Hollow can not die here. What do you guys think is the right move for Hollow to, as I've said, not die here?
Well, Whisper's not decloaking back towards her board edge.
Right.
So she's actually in a really bad spot. This could be a 4K from Whisper.
That would be...
I would not be shocked.
What about you, Rick? What do you think Whisper does here?
Whisper?
Yeah. Because if you're Daniel, you've got to think about where's Whisper going to be, right?
Yeah.
Whisper has to decloak. Whisper is going to decloak left.
Yep.
And then is either going to 3 hard left to bump or get past Thanison, or 1 bank right to just create a box that Hollow can't really get out of.
Trying to look at the dial on the Thai BA. They have a 3 sloop or a 2 sloop?
It's a 2 sloop.
Yeah, it's not very far. I would almost play like Patrick is going for a 4K because I don't really see anything other than him trying to joust freaking an Upsilon, and I don't think Patrick's dumb enough to do that.
No, I don't think Patrick's dumb enough to do that. In fact, I actually think Patrick might go a little bit more aggressive with Whisper towards where Hollow's probably going to go to try to stay out of Thanison's range. So I'm actually wondering if he might do the 2 decloak left, obviously, and then 3 bank towards where he thinks Hollow's going to go. Try to get some... Sorry?
Like a downboard 3 bank?
No, back towards his board edge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah, just because, so if Hollow does sloop, you catch him. If Hollow tries to run away that direction, you catch him. If Hollow goes past you, you kind of don't care, right? Because you're much more afraid, I think, at this point of Petty Officer Thanison. Plus, if Thanison commits in that direction and doesn't get a shot at you, he's now semi-stuck. And, you can kind of come around those rocks with the Grand Inquisitor and the Bomber. I think the Bomber probably just one banks or two banks. Probably two bank is better. That might even block the sloop if that's what Patrick tries to do.
I think the Gamma two banks, because that blocks basically any of Hollow's maneuvers.
Yeah.
Back down the board.
Yeah.
Which allows Grand Inquisitor just to kind of one or two bank and murder.
Yeah. And here by the way are the TIE fighters also, obviously they were going to turn in here, and you don't want to be, anywhere near those either after you've had your tokens potentially stripped by Thanison. So I think the 4K is probably more risky than Patrick is willing to do. So I would probably do a 3 bank.
Hollow.
No, 4K doesn't bump Hollow.
It's close, but I think yeah, I don't think he does.
A one bank to the ship right.
I don't think that gets you enough space. I don't think that is enough space to make Patrick comfortable with where he's going to be. We'll see, obviously, fairly soon. So the Saber Squadron actually is now moving to get that, sort of flanking shot on the TIE fighters, which I like. Though I do think he's going to take...
That's a pretty aggressive move with the Saber.
Yeah, I think he's going to take 2 shots here, and we're going to see if that's going to work out for him or not. Let's see. So he did end up getting stressed here too.
The reason I like the one bank is because it creates a kind of kill box that Grand Inquisitor's threatening. And if you get the range, if you're at range 3 of Thanison with 2 evade tokens, that 4-die attack is not quite as terrifying.
Now, the one thing we haven't considered is that Hollow 3-bank boosts over the top of the Gamma Squad.
That 3-bank doesn't clear.
Yeah, I think it hits. But, we have to think about what, Daniel saw ahead of time rather than what we see now, right? So he might have thought that would be clear. There's the 3-bank. That's right, bitches.
I guess he's trying to create a bump and a shot for the Gamma.
I mean, and for the Grand Inquisitor, honestly. But no, I mean, I still think, if you do the math, the right thing to do is to get as much space from Thanison as you can.
I would have rather gone slower, gotten the shot, and tried to get this extra.
And you would have a dead fucking whisper for that, so...
I guess when you cloak, you're fine. I was just trying to get an extra evade.
Yeah, well... I don't hate that either because he knows he's not getting a shot.
He got over the top.
Yeah. And I'm not surprised there, and I don't think that's bad for Patrick. I think, from Patrick's perspective, he just doesn't want to get Whisper knocked off the board by Thanison, right? This doesn't really... I don't think Daniel gets an advantage out of this because you don't really want to be face up with Grand Inquisitor either.
Yeah.
No, but here's what this does is essentially this is the best possible outcome because the Grand Inquisitor is the one you want shooting at him other than the Gamma.
Right.
You barrel roll back out to your right side. You throw the deplete off to Thanison. Or you don't, and you just sit there with a focus, and I shut the fuck up. Why not?
I mean, I think what Daniel's thinking here is that heads up at range that looks like range 2. Heads up at range 2 to Grand Inquisitor is kind of a wash. Neither of these ships should really take damage, so you don't want to be depleted or strained because you're just going to go right past the Grand Inquisitor next turn, and then Thanison is going to be there to get follow-up shots. So I don't hate that move.
I think Hollow's going to give up half right here.
You think so?
I think so as well.
All right. Well, we'll find out.
Because I think he's going to spend 1 force for the range 1 bonus on the Grand Inquisitor, and I think it's going to hit.
Yeah. Like you say, red dice are better than green dice.
It's true.
It's dumb. Unless he does that.
But not that much better. And yeah, the dice do not punish Daniel. They typically don't.
Now here's the thing: is you spend a force on the return shot to make a die go away.
Oh God! Just roll natties.
And then Patrick takes 1. Tit for tat.
Yep. And now both of them have given up a shield on their 2/4 health ships. So
there's the E95s.
Yep. And then Thanison will take his 4 dice versus 5 dice shot here. No, 6 dice shot here. All right, the Saber will go first, obviously here too.
So if Thanison only really needs 3 hits to force like a pants shitting moment from Whisper.
Yeah.
Whisper does have a force token, so that's a double modded defense behind 6.
So average roll here from oh yeah, and he doesn't spend the focus because he wants to keep it for defense, which is wise. And Rivas just laughs at that shot.
Rivas
All right.
needs to roll 1 more die, I think.
He already evaded it. No need.
Yeah, he would have just had to add the die, so it's fine.
Worst nightmare for any TIE interceptor.
Ooh, yeah, the hit crit natty. Just roll natties. Well, I guess it wasn't natty, but
Dodges it.
Clutch.
Yep, clutch die, defense die roll there.
So I think probably. Well, I'm not positive.
Oh, Patrick strikes.
Yeah, Natty Patty strikes again. All right, here's Thanison now, right?
It's got to be Whisper.
I think it's the only.
Oh yeah,
range.
absolutely. Oh.
Well, that's 2 hits.
Jesus.
No, it's only 1.
No, advanced optics.
Yeah, advanced optics can only change a blank.
Oh, he's got a
has a
force
force.
point from the Inquisitor.
No, that's fair. All right, so
no, Snoke. Snookums.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And Whisper laughs. All right, so a fairly actually uneventful round 3, and now we got to figure out what each player does from here. So I wouldn't be shocked to see Hollow just kind of like bail out here and maybe go around to chase the Saber Squadron.
No.
So what do you guys think Thanison does? Let's start there.
One forward, forward focus. Nothing complicated.
Alternatively, 3 bank to the right focus.
Oof, that gets pretty
really
close
aggressive.
to rocks. That'd be a little. I mean, I don't think it. You know, that rock to the right does worry me a little bit on a 3 bank, just because of how big, you know, the large ship base is. Wow, yep. Daniel's making his decisions quick tonight.
Oh, this is one of those moments where Daniel really needs to remember Snoke, because he could delete the Grand Inquisitor if he does it right.
Elaborate.
Look, if you put in the right maneuver on Hollow, and the Grand Inquisitor is almost in a box, he can't one-hard either direction, I don't think.
He can. Yeah. Actually, Hollow could easily 2-sloop to the left here.
That's what I was saying.
So, do you think that Rivas coordinates something to Hollow for that?
No, there's no need. Doesn't Hollow have pattern analyzer?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hollow does have pattern analyzer. Yes.
Yeah, no coordinate necessary.
So maybe a 2 straight from Thanison just to be like, "What's up, GI?"
Just to make sure you don't give up that he doesn't get range 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I start worrying about that front corner of that little rock, though.
Yeah, I'm worried a little bit about that on a 2 forward as well. I think I would put in a 1 forward and just accept.
Can put 2, so just imagine 2 Thanison bases in front of him.
Well, here's the thing I'm actually worried about. I'm not worried about this turn. Like, if you do the 1 forward now, what the hell do you do next turn as you're kind of, you know, locked into going
so
between those rocks?
2 forward, you can then do a 2 hard to the right and kind of just meander through those rocks.
I'm not. Maybe. Do you guys think maybe he just hard stops here?
No. Because his 1 banks are white, his 2 banks are blue, so he doesn't have a good 2 bank here, so he needs to move forward this turn.
All right. Well, do you think maybe he 1 banks left to go after Whisper?
No, because Whisper is gonna probably decloak straight one hard, or just not decloak and just move.
Whisper shouldn't decloak. There's no need.
I would think about maybe doing the 2 forward decloak and then like a 3 hard to the right to put
I don't
pressure on
think Phantoms
Hollow. What's that?
I don't think Phantoms have a 3 hard.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. Whisper has a 3 hard.
So I was actually doing a lot of thinking about dials over the past couple days, and I realized it's incredibly rare for a ship to have a 1 straight, a 1 hard, and a 3 hard. Especially
makes
if they're a
sense.
small base. Especially if they're a small base. You got like E-Wings, Hyena Bombers, and that's pretty much most of the list, if I can remember correctly. But where I'm going with this, Phantom does not have a 3 hard, or does not have a 1 straight. So it has a 1 hard and a 3 hard. You get 2 out of the 3. Good talk, fam.
I mean, I'm thinking about what Ben was saying about a coordinate. I could see it. If you wanted to coordinate Hollow
no Snoke, bank on the trap, 2 straight, coordinate the focus, and just call it a day.
Or do you roll Hollow to the right and sloop into that gap?
No, because there's too much danger of the Gamma.
All right, so the
Gamma
Phantom is decloaking.
The Gamma can't turn in. He'll hit Whisper.
Not really.
No, Whisper will decloak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was banking on Whisper not decloaking, but I guess to do that, I guess she has to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so say Grand Inquisitor gets out of there, then the Gamma just gets kaputzed.
Oh, if the Gamma goes in that hole, it's dead.
Yeah, I think the Gamma probably 3 banks, so it
But
can
here's
get
the thing,
behind Thanison.
I think GI does a 5 straight. Or 4 straight.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think he's got to. I think he's got to get the fuck out.
I mean, I think well, we'll see. All right, so Patrick actually barrel rolled to the left rather than forward.
So
1
now
hard.
you're going to get that 3 hard or a 4K off the table because that is the MC tradition.
There's
Yeah,
the
you
1
would
forward
know.
for Petty Officer Thanison. All right.
God, that Upsilon gets real big in the window.
I
Ooh,
think there's room.
Interesting.
I think
5
there's room for that 2
forwards
straight.
from the ties.
I think he was hoping to bluff the Saber into a bank away.
I suspect that the Saber's going to 2 hard in. I don't think Patrick was bluffed there.
I think the Saber was going to 2 bank in and is now just going to barrel roll boost for a range 1 up the butt.
There's the 3 bank I expected from the Bomber. I think you just take the focus there and hope that rock keeps you alive.
I'm really interested to see what the Grand Inquisitor does here.
Yeah, me too. I think Whisper's probably going to 1 hard to the left
with
now.
GSD there, I don't like the 5 straight anymore.
Oh, because you can't boost away?
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Oh.
Unless you do that.
Hey-oh.
So that looks like a 5 straight barrel roll to me.
Well, I mean, I think that also could have been just to keep the Bomber from taking, dice through that rock. We'll see.
From receiving the Thanahammer.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing. Like, I don't really like where Thanison is.
Oh, wow. The Saber did a 3 straight.
I told you.
Brave, Sir Robin.
Well, the good thing for Patrick there is that, he's just going to go ahead and go after Thanison with the Saber now. So he doesn't really care if he doesn't have a shot this turn.
Brave, Sir Robin.
Outmaneuver Saber squads, new meta.
I get enough of them and it's scary.
It's scary even without.
Okay, Rivas, I see you.
I barrel roll. Cool, get 2 tokens.
Ooh, it did fit. Okay.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Whoa.
Patrick, living dangerously.
Yep.
I suspect if that had been on a table, we would have seen that there was more room than we thought.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's the
I
thing,
actually
though,
thought
there's
he had more
plays on
room
the
to the
table,
other direction, but you wouldn't want to go the other direction with those two ties there. So
which is
Okay, now
probably
here's
why
the
the ties
question.
are there.
Did Daniel go Galaxy Brain and one hard left?
we're gonna find out.
Oh my God! I just realized this actually sets Thanison up for the 3 bank to the left next turn, and just be like, "Sup, GI? How you doing?" Ooh, I like this.
I mean, I think if that's what Patrick expects, then Grand Inquisitor has options, so I don't think he's too worried about it.
Let me have this. I'm trying to be the homer for
Tannison
the.
delete one of these Imperial ships with like 3 help.
I'm trying to be the homer for the Sacramento folks.
But you're not from Sacramento.
I can travel. I'm a really big fan of traveling places to play X-Wing, okay?
All right,
Okay, now
so
question.
Yep.
If Hollow... Well,
there's
I was
the
right
two
about
sloop.
the
You
sloop.
guys get. Yep.
You
Yeah,
think the
well,
barrel
that's too
roll
bad.
gets you arc?
I was wondering if an analyzer roll, if it had gone far enough that an analyzer roll gets you in, but apparently not.
Then you maybe just analyzer the focus to murder something that's in front of you.
Well, it looks like Hollow took a target lock on Whisper as his action.
I'm sorry, not Hollow. I thought you said Whisper. I'm retarded.
And there's the one hard turn, to get around behind Thanison that I kind of expected once he barrel rolled that way. So I'll tell you what I do like about where Daniel's list is at the moment. Thanison probably does need to aggressively go left now just to avoid, Whisper coming in and the Saber Squadron coming in and doing bad things. But I really like where the ties are because they're going to be able to kind of come through that gap and cover Thanison here too. I'm not so sure I like.
What is Daniel doing?
Yeah, I'm not so sure I like that barrel roll though.
Daniel tried.
Well, here's the thing. Well, nope, never mind. I don't think Daniel's going to be able to pass off that stress. I was thinking maybe Thanison could coordinate him out of that next turn, but yikes.
Daniel tried.
He might make a one hard left without hitting that rock.
I agree. That's possible.
Yeah. He swarm tactic the bomber up to 5, and the bomber said, "Do what now?" and rolled blank focus. And also, Hollow can't really fire at the moment either, so the bomber just laughs.
Can you imagine the pilot of that bomber being slightly confused when he got told it's his turn to shoot that early? Huh?
Yeah. Like, wait, it just hammered the button, and then, yep, just didn't work.
This is out of order. This is not procedure.
Now here's actually I wasn't sure this was going to be so, but Thanison does have a shot here on the GSA at range 3. Catches it just kind of at the back corner, and that's a pretty good roll. That's gonna put 2 damage through, not half points, but still damage you want to get through on that bomber if you can. And I think Rivas.
No, it's damage that Patrick's list can't really afford to take. It doesn't have a lot of health in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
What I miss?
The GSA got tagged. Right?
Gamma Squadron.
Mm-hmm. And now we are back to dials. I'm going to take this opportunity to go refill my beer, guys. So why don't you guys let folks know what you think both players should do to capitalize on that transaction. Let's start with Vince.
Well, I think me and Rick both agree that Thanison is going to bank into the left.
3 bank.
Yeah, because a 2 will hit that rock. Yeah. 3 or it'll be a 3 or a 2. Like let me John Madden there for a second. I don't know how Hollow's going to not hit that rock. I just don't. You could, if you wanted to, 5 straight over it and just pray, I guess, and go after Whisper.
You could.
I'm not saying it's a
Raise
good
a
idea,
valid
but
point.
I'm not saying it's a good idea, but at the same time, I don't really have another one since coordinate won't do anything.
Correct.
I'm kind of not sure what to do with the Epsilon and Rivas other than 2 hard the Epsilon and 2 hard Rivas.
The 2 hard from Rivas puts him on the rock. I do a 3 hard from both.
Or sure, 3 hard. The problem is you can't bank in with Thanison and 5 straight with Hollow. So this is going to have to be a 1 hard left out of Hollow. Like it has to be.
Yeah. Alternatively, it's a 1 bank right, and then you utilize the shenanigans that are your fine-tuned thrusters or whatever they're called to barrel roll off the rock and just roll the rock damage.
That's fair.
I think it's a terrible idea, but it's a thing.
Roll. There was no. You could tell on the spot that there was no way he was going to get arc.
You know what? We have a motto in this life, and it's called YOLO.
We are both well acquainted with.
Yeah, that Saber's not really in a position to capitalize on nothing.
Really?
Like,
Honestly,
yeah,
if I'm Whisper, I actually really
for a
contemplate.
rock, no matter what.
If I'm Whisper, I contemplate the 3K. Just because you want to get back around and get back behind. You want to get shots.
You're taking a long time to put damage on Thanison. Like a long time.
But knowing Patrick, it's probably going to be a 1 hard back down towards the bottom to fall in behind Thanison and stay
Does a 3
unstressed.
straight from Thanison clear that rock? I think it does.
Oh yeah, the 3 straight absolutely does, but then you're staring a rock in the face. I think you 3 bank and just say, "Hey, Grand Inquisitor,
follow me on this. You 3 straight with Thanison, and then that leaves you really open windows to 2 hard back around, and you've got your turnaround. You're not really out of the fight ever.
I like the 3 bank
You're
better.
kind of now you're kind of hurting the GSA and Whisper into the 2 TIE fighters.
I like the oh god, what if he just sacrifices the rock? Okay, there's a 3 bank.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a 3 bank.
You're basically telling Grand Inquisitor, you can't come this way. I'm sorry.
And the real question is,
That's what I was afraid of.
ooh, ouch.
I told you.
You warned him.
3 hards. Rick was right. Drink.
Well, I mean, maybe the problem is he has been drinking.
I'm not sure that GSA has arc.
I think it does just barely have the back arc there.
I agree with Ben.
We should remind Daniel to roll the damage on Rivas.
Yeah.
I got it. Rivas roll.
Ooh, here comes Daddy.
Yeah.
Yocus boost or Yocus barrel roll or just Yocus?
Boost.
I focus boost. Yeah.
Yep.
Straight or bank?
Bank.
I think I mean, I think you.
Now, why can't the TIE Phantom have a Talon roll?
Shut up.
Why do you say dumb things?
Oh,
I think you just do a straight boost, to be honest, because I think you're going to have your pick of shots, and then you. Well, never mind. He did do the. He's going to try to take Rivas off the board, so.
Oh, that's a tall order.
Yeah, but it's it is range 1, probably. It's pretty close. I mean, I think I would have rather banked, but I mean not banked, but gone forward.
Are we assuming that Whisper's going to roll out to the right just to try to extend the range?
No, we're assuming Whisper's going to cloak.
All right. No damage for Rivas. I mean, I think, only taking one shot, I think I would just focus. Leave myself open.
That looks like 2 shots. Oh,
well, Rivas can't, right? So.
Yeah, he's on the right.
Yeah, and I think Hollow has no choice but to one hard away. So
you have no shots. Why wouldn't you cloak? It gets you a free evade.
Because a focus is just as good. And
a free evade token.
Also, if you barrel roll, it makes it harder to know whether you're going to be able to decloak to the right next turn if that's what you want to do. Well, never mind. That's what he's doing. So
that's
such
why
is
I was
life.
saying you should have just cloaked, but Rick's wrong. Drink.
If we played by that rule with the 3 of us, everyone would be dead.
Oof, man.
So remember when I said GI, you can't go that way?
Oh dear.
Well, here's the fun thing, right? He could spend the force to make Thanison throw 1 fewer die.
The 5-die attack, a 4-die attack?
Yeah. Well, hang on. Wait. I got to check one thing though.
Oh no.
Oh, that's why I said the 1 bank and then the barrel roll. It's a rock. Who cares?
Is he still on it though? Is my question.
Yeah, maybe.
That's good, Rick. Yeah, maybe. Very informative.
You know what? This is what you pay me for. This is the content you pay me for.
We should give Patrick, a little bit of credit for not trying to stress himself and accidentally end up catching a tractor from Thanison.
I don't know if I know anybody who's ever stressed themselves at range 1 of Thanison before.
Oh, I think you do because you're talking to one.
I know. Why? What? Huh? Why are we undoing? Stop undoing. There you go.
Yeah, he was trying to get the. He wants everything. So that's an outmaneuver range 1.
Oof.
Probably target lock focus.
No.
Well, he had to barrel roll, so it's not going to be target lock.
Oh, why'd he barrel roll?
Because he was on the rock.
Oh.
So he used the ship ability to barrel roll off of it.
Well, looks like Thanison's getting his target lock back.
No, I take it back. Oh yeah, yep. So that's a deleted target lock.
I am really good at X-Wing when I'm not playing.
The most self-deprecating thing anyone has ever said ever.
Oh.
But I respect it.
Whoa, what is that box?
That's a card.
Mag, Pulse, Warheads, Instinctive Aim.
This is the GI going to try to jam that focus off before he gets wasted with it.
A focus. Oh, the jam and the deplete. Oh, that seems like such a smart idea.
He got it. There's no way he can avoid it.
Still tries.
I love it.
So that's a shield, a jam, and a deplete. Oh, that is
That's a
some
great-
smart stuff, Patrick.
That's a
Well
great play.
played.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It's one of the smartest things ever.
No, it's very smart,
Yeah.
but it's like, are you? Yeah.
It's like I have
Here's the
decided
thing.
I want to turn your 4-die gun into a 3-die gun at range 1.
He still might get blown away.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Although,
without the focus.
yeah,
Getting rid of the focus is a big deal.
a blank out here would be bad.
Hit crit blank.
He does have the evade token.
Oh, snap.
No, it's okay. I mean, he
Spend your
takes the
force
shield.
evade. Force evade, or just the force? Or
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
Just
I mean,
evade?
maybe spend the force and keep the evade for the follow-up shot.
I think I would take force evade and then spend my other one on taking away Thanos's range 1 bonus.
He already spent one to instinctive aim.
He did, so he can't spend both.
No, right, but he does have the evade token, so he could get away from this.
So he gets rid of both and then just banks on Thanos not rolling a crit.
Yeah.
To be fair, Samson is rolling 4 dice and only has 1 modifier. And Grand Inquisitor has 3 agility, and his name's Natty Patty, so we'll see.
I'm not gonna lie. Even with three dice, if I'm the Inquisitor, I am not happy right now. Because that will be 5 dice, right? Or 4? No, 4 because the deplete.
Well, this is bugging me, so I'm gonna do it.
So this is the Saber into Rivas. That's a great. Oh wow.
Rip Revis.
No, Rivas isn't dead.
I mean, there's a GSA about to shoot it through a rock.
Yeah,
yes, because anyone's ever been scared of a no target lock bomber.
So that is half points.
First points of the game.
First points of the game on Lieutenant Rivas. That is a grand total of 14 points for Patrick.
Yeah, baby.
Woof.
What's going to be funny is when the Epsilon and Rivas pick it up by putting one more on the Gamma squad.
Well, that appears to have been 2 damage into Thanosson. That GSA has a 5k next turn, doesn't it?
I mean, if it likes to take half damage by going over a rock, sure.
Well, what else does it have?
I don't know. It probably goes with the rock no matter what.
Patty strikes again.
Oh, just roll. I don't take damage.
I mean, that's really what the Grand Inquisitor needed there. So you got to hand it to him. He should have rolled a 3rd die, right? Or
I think he was able to choose unobstructed.
oh yeah, it is unobstructed. You're right. All right, we're back to the next round. We're halfway through the game.
I haven't seen 4 dice on the table yet.
Yeah, because it was 3 because of the deplete.
Should have been 4 because of range 1, right?
No, it was range 2.
It was just that little bit out of range 2 on the actual line. Corner to corner was range 1, not the line.
Yep, that's right. I think what Patrick means to say is easy. All right, so this is not looking as good for Daniel, I think now. If you're Daniel, what do you do to
it didn't show
redeem
me the
things?
options in chat.
Huh?
It didn't show me the options for Petty Officer Thanos in chat.
Yeah.
So I actually don't think that Daniel's in a bad spot here. There is no way that Gamma Squad doesn't hit a rock next turn.
Right.
So that's 3 half points there. Danison's in a great place to block the ever-loving shit out of the Grand Inquisitor. And then you've got potentially 4 to 6 red dice coming in from Revis and the Epsilon Squad.
So what do you do?
Hollow from behind.
Well, let's talk about what do you do with Rivas to try to get that block, because this isn't a, for a ship that is not particularly maneuverable. You've got to be careful with kind of how you go here, otherwise you might end up accidentally going off the board, which our boy Rick knows about. So,
Yo, charged.
It will never end. It will never end.
So let's talk about that. Like, what's the right move here for Thanison particularly?
Stop.
Hard stop?
Yeah.
Oof. I don't. I mean,
Stop.
What do you do next turn
Here's
if
the thing.
you do that?
Zero stop, what can Grand Inquisitor do about it?
1 hard boost.
Yeah, exactly. 1 hard and he just gets past you.
Okay. What else can he do?
It doesn't matter. If you
Is
hard
that what he's doing?
right?
Because if you 1 bank, you block that, and then hollow 1 hard
No,
murders.
you definitely don't block it with a 1 bank. With
No.
1 bank and you're totally out of the way.
You need to fill that gap with one of the TIE fighters.
I mean, I think the problem is if you're Daniel, right, you've got to worry about what Whisper is going to be doing here. You've got to worry about what the Saber Squadron is going to do here. And those TIE fighters could both turn on Whisper. And in fact, that's probably what I would be thinking about. Yeah, exactly, right? So in that sense, I think what I might think about doing with Rivas here is the 2 hard right into Grand Inquisitor. Just because if he does do the 1 hard, then you have blocked that. And you still can do your 1 hard with Hollow and
Thanison?
with Thanison. Sorry, one hard, 2 hard with Thanison into Grand Inquisitor. Stop his 1 hard if that's what he does. That clears you next turn to get back around, because otherwise, like if you hard stop now, you don't have any blues for like the next 50 years.
Yeah, that's what Force is for.
Well, I'm not just worried about like combat. I'm also worried about how you get Thanison back into the fight down the road. Right? I'm trying to think in the long term, and I feel like a 2 hard here gets you around the rocks and back into the combat at some point. Whereas if you're stressed and trying to get back into the fight after this, it's harder. I don't know.
I think the 2 hard really is the only play. My worry is that you're always a turn behind Hollow and the Saber Squad if you do it.
Right. Well, that's maybe a benefit also to having the ties turn towards Whisper, is it makes it a lot harder for the Saber Squadron to get through at you.
Yeah, this.
Just as a thought.
I feel like somebody as good as Daniel probably would. If I was Daniel, actually, what I would probably do is, well, you wouldn't need Snoke for that. You throw Revis into where the Saber Squad's going to 2 hard, and you try to get some chip damage with the Epsilon. I think he's going to try to close that gap. He did stop with Thanison.
Yep, you sure did.
Yeah, GI boosts. GI is going to be sitting right. Oh, there's that 5K.
Yeah.
Wow, that's ballsy. You're going to give up. He probably gives up half.
Yeah, I mean you're not getting an action one way or the other, so it's the right time to do the K turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey. 3 rocks,
rock.
3 focuses. Love
Yep.
it.
Yeah, but 2 of those were Daniel's, weren't they?
Yeah, it's okay. Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
He would have had the block on Saber. I was right.
Yeah.
Oh man, imagine if that Saber had been blocked onto that rock.
Well, I didn't expect Patrick to just barrel into the places where 2 TIE fighters could 1 hard into his space anyway. So,
He just did it. He
sensible.
literally did it though.
No, he hard turned. We were talking about like he could bank there, right? So he
Oh,
didn't.
no, I was always guessing on the 2 hard, and you block it with Revis and then smash him with the Epsilon.
Well, point is, Thanison is a whatchamacallit, a not happy camper. That's the word I'm looking for.
I mean, I think that rock is intervening there.
Yeah.
And he did pattern analyze himself a focus first, so. But I didn't like the hard stop mainly because I think Grand Inquisitor can just laugh at it in multiple ways.
I think that's 1 hard, yeah.
I mean, he could also at this point, if he did like a 5 or 4 or 5 forward, he just gets around it too. But
you failed to dodge an arc there, sir.
5 forward and like boost.
He did it.
Yeah.
Oh, that 1 straight boost don't fit, and that 1
No,
it
does
doesn't.
not. It does not.
Rip.
Uh,
Barrel roll left.
Yeah, he's got a barrel roll left and just pray to the rock gods again.
Yeah. I mean, if you barrel roll left and back, I think you're safe.
Then Hollow does a sloop, or does Hollow 1 hard?
I think Hollow
God,
1 harded.
Hollow sloops here. It's 900 IQ.
I mean, Daniel's pretty good.
Alex D. Brain, here it comes. There's no way.
Daniel, aka Florencio.
No, he is not. You stop it with your I just picked up StarCraft 2 years ago references.
That's a focus. Must be a barrel roll link focus. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Revis will pick up a target lock on him.
That's true.
Oh
yeah.
Yep. And I think he just barely is going to be able to fit that 1 hard without hitting the rock too. So.
Yeah, but doing that roll does give Thanison a way to stay in the fight every single turn.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, Thanison will hit him, but you're right.
Especially when Revis does the 5 straight for the block because he rolls the focus on the rock and doesn't die.
He doesn't. He doesn't have to do that. That's crazy.
Surprise collision detector. What?
No, all he has to do is kind of 2 bank around the rock and get ready for the next turn.
I know, but if he blocks Grand Inquisitor onto the rock.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, but I think you would block yourself onto the rock in a place where you wouldn't necessarily get what you want out of it.
Chunk there.
Spend the focus. Yep.
Woof.
So 6 dice, 5 focus results. Seems legit. Whisper is pew-pewing. Whisper rolled.
Good old 5th brother.
Yeah, buddy.
Whisper is not going to have a second. Yep.
Oh, Whisper was shooting at Thanison.
It's 2 dice. He went after Thanison.
Yeah. And Thanison laughed at it.
Wow. Okay.
Chance to push damage through on Whisper now.
The best way to put damage through on Whisper, though, is actually to do a range 1 target lock focus shot from Vader.
Turns out Vader's not in this game, so.
That seems like a list building error.
Force, there is no point.
Yeah, save the focus for sure.
Wait, who was that? GI shooting?
Yeah, that was Inquisitor.
The GI used his force, didn't he?
No, he just rolled hit focus blank. Oh yeah. Use the force to get a range 1 is shot. Yes, correct. Because there was no reason not to.
Yeah. Well,
And here's the GSA now going to unload on one of them. Probably Rivas, right? Since it's one
It was
health.
Rivas.
Yeah,
Yep.
that would be the.
That is a
would
dead
be the,
Rivas.
smart choice.
Yep. All right, Rivas is off the board. And Patrick is ahead 27-0. And I'd imagine that was the ESC on Whisper there.
Yeah, that was a big shot. That would have made a difference if he had blanked out and been forced to spend that evade.
You'd take the shield.
Yeah, I probably.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think you take the shield there.
You only spend the evade to dodge half points.
I mean, the thing is that, honestly, at this point, Patrick's positioning is much, much better than Daniel's to close this out as we head into round 7.
I agree.
So let's talk
Yeah.
about, if you are Daniel, what do you do now to try to get things back in your favor? I mean, it is only 27 points at the moment, though Thanison is very close to also giving up half points, and that would be a big jump. So
yeah, there's 3 ships on the board within 1 health a half, and while 2 of them are technically Patrick's, he's in a better spot to protect them. And you don't want to spend the rest of the game just getting kited by the Grand Inquisitor, which is what's going to happen.
yeah, yep.
Honestly, I think I'd 2 bank Thanison. And coordinate an evade to Hollow. Hollow 3 banks in to try to joust the Saber. Whereas the ESC either like 1 hearts to the right or 4Ks. I think you have to give up a round of shooting from Thanison with the express purpose of trying to give Hollow a tank shot to get something off the table.
And you take whoever you can get. If you can get the Saber, cool. If you can push 1 more through on the Gamma, you take that too.
Yeah. The important thing is you don't let Whisper take candy from a baby.
Yeah, I like the I do like the 2 bank. Here's the thing that worries me, is Thanison may never get another shot again. Kind of where he is.
You really might.
And that's obviously problematic. But as you say, you also don't want the Saber to just be able to roll in on you. So I do like the 2 bank plan there because it does give Hollow an opening to potentially, scare the shit out of that the Saber. What I'd be worried about, I think, on that is if Patrick anticipates it and brings Whisper over, but he's looks like instead is playing a little bit more cagey with Whisper, which is probably the right call.
A sloop from the Epsilon would not be bad here.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. I like a 4K as well. I think that's what you said, right, Rick? Is a K turn from the...
Yeah.
Yeah. I like both of those, to be perfectly honest, because I don't think you're going to be taking a shot with that TIE fighter either way.
There's a reinforced rear. I would have rather had to coordinate.
Nope.
Interesting. So, that does block a slow move from Whisper, but I'd imagine with the where Patrick put Whisper is probably 3 hearting.
That doesn't block anything from Whisper.
Yeah, it would block a 1 bank.
Well, now it would. The 1 bank would have cleared before the GS.
I don't think it would have, given that angle, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It's going all the way back to our previously discussed conversations. Patrick needs to 200-0 to make the top 4. Patrick is on his way to a 200-0 right now.
Pat has a habit of showing up when he needs to.
Now, do you focus boost that Saber just to make sure that the... Yeah, you do. Because now you're behind Thanison. There's nothing Thanison can do about it.
No,
Yep.
but there
And
is something
unless-
Hollow can do.
Unless Hollow did a 1-bank,
No,
Hollow
2-bank
can't do
fits.
anything.
2-bank fits.
There's the one hard, doesn't hit the
No
rock.
rock. Target lock stay.
Rebus is dead. That target lock should be gone.
I know. I put it over next to Hollow's dial so that Daniel would do something about it.
Well, that clearly worked.
We gotta wait for him to reveal his
You
dial.
you could also just put in chat, hey, Rivas's target lock needs to be taken away.
Oh, why would
That
Rick
would
ever do
require
anything
me
that
to-
simple and efficiently? He's
That
a
would
teacher.
require me to take this wine bottle out of my hand so I could use both fingers to type.
That sounds like you don't know how to type.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Like, if you can't drink and type, what kind of gamer are you?
He hunt and
Yes.
pecks.
I hunt and peck, but I can do it with one hand.
Oh my.
Giggity. So I'm thinking a target lock.
There's no
with-
giggity. You read into that whatever you want.
I like a target lock with GI and call it a day.
Target lock Hollow?
No, probably Thanison.
Okay.
Yeah, because you get that one hard roll next turn, and you probably are safe.
Yeah.
Unless
And if you-
Davison one hards on you and just decide and go surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but if Thanison one hards, then you have the Saber and Grand Inquisitor to try to
Yeah.
do something about it.
There's the 3 hard turn from Whisper, as expected. Trying to take Thanison off the board for sure.
He's got enough dice.
Yeah.
Well,
Depending
Not
on
with
what
the
Hollow
reinforce.
does.
Rear reinforce.
yeah, the reinforce is going to save him.
Right. But, it's still going to probably at least cost him half points here.
Ooh, got it.
Ooh. The 3
Yeah,
bank is blocked. Ouch.
I'll bet you this: Hollow ain't shooting Thanison anymore.
You mean Whisper ain't shooting Thanison no more?
Or Whisper ain't shooting Thanison again.
Man, a
But-
target lock with fire control would be real good right now, wouldn't it?
Well, you mean a target lock at all on the entire base? Oh wait,
That's what Krennic's for in first edition. Because then you get a fire control and Krennic at the same time.
Okay. Stop theory crafting.
yeah, leave wish listing to rebel players who can't compete in extended. Damn, I don't know why he 3-banked. I knew the 2-bank was safe.
Well, I mean,
Because you want to try to get past that rock so you can barrel roll. Good news. Actually, this is where that. Actually, no. If you'd coordinated the focus, it wouldn't do you jack shit because then you'd have to pass the focus back, and that would be ugly.
two
Yeah,
Hollows
I don't-
benefit here. It is a range 2 shot from Whisper on Hollow. So it will be 3 versus 3.
And Hollow has a target lock for the redemption.
Ouch.
Oh man, look at that! It's almost like everyone knew what was coming. Now, don't mind me if Hollow.
Oh my.
Oh! Oh! Snaps! F's in the chat. Pay your respects to the Natty of AIDS. Natty Danny. new
Just-
name.
Roll. Natties.
Okay, so Daniel's not dead after all.
The dice like to save both of these players when they can. So
Not
now the
that
good thing for Daniel here is that Patty did spend his focus to get those 3 hits and crits.
Yeah,
So
but he still has fifth brother.
Oof.
Spend it. Just spend it. There it is.
Okay,
Oh.
guys, guess what? Revis's target lock's gone. They took care of it. I win. 10 points.
Do you spend the evade here to save your other shield?
No,
No, you lose. You give
because
up
you're still above half points. You want to, and you much more want to be able to cloak again. I think, though.
Actually, I don't like my decloak options.
Yeah, I don't either actually. So maybe you do spend it and just next turn you
Good.
just
Yeah,
go
what you
cloak.
gonna do about it, Hollow? What you gonna do about my life?
Also, man, this would be a really good opportunity for Hollow to sloop again.
Yeah, true.
Actually, no, I think I would go with Rick's. No, that K turn does not look like it fits with that rock.
The 5K? I think the 5K fits.
Ben, you want to mediate this one?
5K for who?
Hollow.
For Hollow?
Yeah, the 5K fits. I
It
still
makes
like the
it
sloop better though.
Until the bomber goes super meta and 2
All right,
yards.
so he's keeping the evade, and he is down to hull.
What a scrub.
There sits a brave man.
Well,
Now,
hey,
isn't-
he is ahead
Oh
by
my God,
27
it's
points.
It's dude. Daniel, the dice are starting to lean Daniel's way. That shot from the Saber squad should have done a fuckload more.
No, it shouldn't. That's average.
No, I mean
one
average
die,
would be
one hit,
two hits, not
Yeah.
one hit and a focus. So
But then also, if Thanison was rolling average, he would have rolled paint there, and then he would have gotten the
that's an
reinforced
average
and the
roll
paint.
on evade dice is actually below paint. It's 3 of 8, right?
Well, he's got a force,
Yeah.
so 5 out of 8.
All right.
Either way, doing 1 damage is expected.
Now the problem here is Thanison does get to half points with that, so that puts Patrick up 68. Oh, so close to 0. But I don't.
think you need to give the score as 69 minus 1 to 0.
No, you had to go and make the joke obvious.
You know what? I'm a nice person, okay?
Why are you including Rick on deep jokes?
I shouldn't have. You're right. I shouldn't have tried to be subtle. So as we head into the 8th turn, I don't know. I don't think there's a decloak, obviously, in Whisper's future here.
To the right, and then a 1 hard to the right.
I mean, I think you could do that. I don't know what the benefit of that is.
You know what I worry about
To
that?
run away from Hollow?
Yeah, but a Hollow's not going to have an action if he does a sloop or a K, so you just can do whatever the hell you want and focus and have lots of dice. So
Pattern analyzer, he's fine.
yeah, well, I mean that's fair, but still, like, that I don't know. I don't know that there's a huge advantage to that necessarily. I mean, you could also.
So this is why we would have spent the evade, is because we're obviously smarter and better at this game than Patrick.
Okay. Somebody cut off the Riesling that Rick is drinking.
Oh, I just finished it. I'm out.
Hey, guys, we want to just real quick. I got thrown this in a private chat. Let's give a shout out to Ron from Thinking Scrubs X-Wing podcast for joining us.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Ron, you're the best.
Hello there.
Around.
I mean,
I'm not going to do it. I don't have that range. I wish I did. I wish I had that octave, but I don't have it. What the hell do you do with the Gamma Squad? K turn?
Well, so that's kind of no.
bank.
I mean, that's your option to potentially block Hollow's. If Hollow gets a little crazy and does like a K turn, that's your Gamma Squadron is that option there. So
1 bank or 3 hard.
Yeah.
My bet that Hollow's not K turning is that Epsilon has to go somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
The Epsilon's 2 sloop to the left.
Why?
Yeah, that's
you don't have to. So I think the Epsilon 3 hards to the right. That's
first decloaking.
That's the optimal move for the Epsilon, is to just do a 3 hard to the right. And I mean, Hollow could happily just 1 hard to the left.
Whisper has room to 1 hard back to the left.
Fair. True. But if Daniel called this, Hollow may very well just 1 hard to the left too.
I mean, potato.
I think this is it. He's 0 stopped. Is he gonna what?
He did, probably to let the Gamma get ahead of him.
Oh, there's the coordinate into the sloop. This is going to be fun.
Well, Rick called the sloop on the Epsilon.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? You just got to get your gun pointed the right direction, and you don't think the Gamma is going to turn left. You think the Gamma is going to go right somehow. Exactly. So now that Gamma can do nothing.
And he can't
but
roll.
focus.
There's nowhere you can go.
And he's still gonna have guns on Hollow if Hollow sloops here, I think.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But the Saber's gonna move, so we're gonna see what goes down there.
Yeah, that's why you hard stop.
Saber's got a free shot.
Oh no!
Patrick probably saw the stop coming and tried to figure out what he could do there.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's a good call.
Yep.
I mean, and even if Thanison doesn't stop, the 2 straight gives you a chance to barrel roll to still get a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your slowest maneuver. I mean, when you don't know what to do, go slow.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be counting on perhaps Hollow being able to, really club a tokenless Saber. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Outmaneuver. Oh, except something's going to be double stressed if Hollow sloops.
Thanison, who gives a shit?
No, you just the ESC. Who gives a shit?
Or you hand it to the portal.
You just hand it to the ESC and peace.
Hey, cadet, you're really stressed out, right? No. Yes, you are.
You just didn't know it yet.
You just didn't know. I'm altering your stress level. Pray you're not altering stress.
Exactly.
Now, when Hollow 2 sloops to the right and takes a target lock on the GSA, or the Saber, and then 1-taps it with the target lock focus outmaneuver, things are going to be different.
Yeah.
Then you hand that deplete off to Thanison, who doesn't need it.
No, you don't hand the deplete off.
Some kind of communication issue going on.
All right, well, while they're communicating issues, I'm going to go communicate with my toilet. I'll be right back.
We did not need to know that.
Ben, can I ask a question why Rick is an idiot? Why would you give a strain token to Thanison who's about to get blasted when you could give him a deplete that he's not going to suffer from? I'm confused.
I mean, do we really think Hollow's going to have the option to get either of those?
Why wouldn't Hollow get either one?
Well, if Hollow's slooping, he's not going to have the action, right?
Oh, that's true. I never remember if they can do that.
Yeah. No. So if he sloops, he is going to get stressed, and I think that you just send the stress to the ESC, right? If he does a 1 hard towards Whisper, which would be like the ballsiest move ever, then you just take the deplete and hand it to
1-hearted.
Yeah, you hand it to. All right. So there's Whisper with the hard turn in. So now Hollow does have pattern analyzer, so if he did sloop, he can target lock.
Oh, I really hope he didn't try to sloop underneath Whisper.
No, I think he'd go the other way. I think he'd come this way.
I'm saying that because Grand Inquisitor is gonna boost down into to the right probably.
Right.
No, the boost to the right is gets you too close to that rock.
I think he's safe. He is barrel rolling instead, though. Okay, there's a sloop in the direction I expected. That's going to be a dead Saber, I think.
Or do you focus up on Whisper there?
You mean target lock Whisper?
Your semantics mean nothing.
With the pattern analyzer? Well, we're going to find out what he does.
Or do you evade to just then pray to the gods?
Why would you evade?
Can I ask a dumb question?
Sure.
Can Hollow roll left and get out of Whisper's arc and land the outmaneuver?
Nope.
I'm going to say yes.
I think you can roll left.
I think he can roll. I agree. I think you can roll left.
I think Whisper catches your back corner when you
I don't think so.
Try that.
No way. No way. Whisper has nothing if you barrel roll to the left, and that's probably what Daniel's thinking about.
Am I 900 IQing this?
I mean, well, so he's just gonna target lock.
Yeah. You might as well just waste him. He's right there.
Well, I think he was checking to see if maybe he had range 1 on Whisper. I don't think he did.
100%.
Yeah, and so I think the right call there is to try to get the Saber off the board,
or at least pick up half it's something.
Yeah.
Get points of some
Yep.
kind.
Yep.
There goes the stress, which means guess what next turn is?
Oh, that poor ESC.
It's a
Certain
two-bank
shit.
bump into the GSA.
No, I go 5 forward to bump Grand Inquisitor, but that's next turn.
Ben has also graduated from the School of Yeet.
What'd you get your degree in?
Advanced, holy shit, I'm double stressed. All right, Saber into, wait. Oh, Swarm Tactics. Yep.
Roll.
Yep.
Troll. Well, that might be curtains on Daniel.
Well, I mean, he was already at half points,
Gently
so,
walking curve.
you know, it is what it
that's
is. You don't want to take that damage, but it's not the end of the world.
God, the Upsilon both needs and fucking doesn't need a turnaround.
Dude, imagine if the Upsilon had pivot wing.
Can we not just do random bullshit like that?
Rick just gets mad that he kept losing to U-Wings. Is what's going on.
So here's Whisper into Hollow. That's half points on Hollow. That's rough.
Yeah, and
That's
now
why
you
I
have
said
to do.
take the evade.
Yeah, the evade. I don't hate the evade, but he's trying to also catch up here and do as much damage as he can. Now that's a good roll back into the Saber Squadron.
Classic.
Hold up, this one's my turn.
No. We've seen a lot of rerolls into paint in the last couple days, so damn it.
Crit.
Yeah, that could be with the right crit, that could be the end of the Saber Squadron, but I don't think that Daniel's that lucky tonight.
It's a fuel leak. Oh dear God.
Yeah, he does not care.
Just leak the fuel. I think they missed a design element with fuel leak. I think fuel leak should have dealt damage to every ship at range 0.
Oh god damn it! We don't need Harpoon. Stop it.
Oh God.
No more Riesling for Rick before streams.
Mute him, Ben.
What would you guys do without me? That's my real question.
My blood pressure would be a lot lower.
Aww.
Now see, normal Daniel would have nattied that roll into the bomber and picked up half.
It's not Daniel's night. He really needs to get about 25 points to lock himself into the top 4 too.
He's got him.
Oh, that's true. He did get the Saber. That is actually only 18. So not quite.
I think it's still.
No, the Saber didn't the Saber. Saber not. Yeah, Saber's at one health. That's right. Nobody decreased the hull. So.
This is normally the point where a certain someone in the cast just interferes in the game to mess with the stats.
You want me to go roll 8?
No. Let's not have the drunk guy try to change things.
You told me to pregame, so I pregame.
Oh god, that was such a mistake. I'm so sorry, everybody.
Gonzaga's finest, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm not Gonzaga's finest. That's Rob Salcray.
That's the joke.
All right, so what do you guys think Whisper does this turn? I'm thinking he decloaks left and 1 hards.
1 bank up.
I don't fucking know.
Decloak left, 1 bank.
1 bank, not the 1 hard.
Yeah.
Because the ESC is your target. Like, what are you thinking there, Rick?
Just it gives you the broader the broader range of arc, and actually, what it really does is it gives you barrel rolls left and right.
I mean, unless the cadet 3 straight rolls to the right and just goes, "Oh, did you think you were safe?" Nah, bro.
I mean, I think honestly, if I'm Daniel with ESC, I do just go as
ESC does not 3 straight barrel roll because it is double stressed.
It can't barrel roll. Fair enough.
Yeah, but I still think it probably goes fast because you want to try to plug that gap that the Grand Inquisitor wants to come through.
I mean, alternatively, Whisper 3 or barrel decloaks right and then 3Ks.
Yeah, yowza. But why though?
But why?
Because Daniel will not see it coming.
I would agree with that because it's dumb.
So
Like, Rick, who are you? Like, have you sucked out a portion of my brain from gaming and now are using it as your own?
what?
Because that's the kind of stupid shit I would do.
While it's true that this is a game of maneuver, it's also a game where you benefit from having actions, particularly when you are already ahead. So
He's got the force. He doesn't need actions.
He's got a force. Nope, there goes Rick with the stats again.
Hey, this time I actually went and checked.
You
I
still
went
haven't
and
touched the
checked
Saber
page.
Squad.
What?
You still haven't fixed the Saber Squadron.
Oh, hey, shit! I got that.
oh god.
Control Alt.
It's gonna have like 9 health when we're done here. There we go. That's fine.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Wow, you both did it at the same time.
I love it. Go team.
Patrick's like, well, somebody shut Vince the fuck up.
Oh god.
Oh, he is decloaking right.
But we can all agree the one bank into the 2 rocks is what's going to happen from Grand Inquisitor, right?
Yeah. Definitely. See, I figured he decloaks the other direction, to be perfectly honest, but
What happened? Did he fly over his own stress token, or did he clear it?
Yeah, it's tucked underneath the ship. I'll go get it.
oh god.
The Epsilon Squadron with the
It's a little bit slower than I thought he would go.
yeah.
It's actually exactly what Daniel thought he would, or what Vince thought he would do.
Yep.
Well, that was, I think, when Vitz thought that he could then also like have an action or barrel roll, though, right? So.
Listen, I'm not perfect.
Fair. Let's see.
You just focus there, right? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, totally.
With the GSA there, I no longer think there's going to be a 3K. I now think it's going to be a 1 hard.
Left or right?
Left.
Mm.
Because Hollow can't go slow enough to get a shot on you if you do that.
Yeah.
Unless Hollow big brains a sloop left.
I actually think Hollow will probably go faster than that and try to take Grand Inquisitor.
What you doing, Patrick?
He must be worried about Hollow.
No, it's blocked.
Da-di-da-di-da.
Thank you. You're the first person who's gotten that.
Yep.
this
Oh,
poor TIE fighter.
a 1 bank for Gink. That's 1 dead ESC this turn, everybody.
I don't know. Not with no target locks, it's not.
Have you
what do you
seen
think- what do you think
Patrick's
Rand's
dice?
You know what? I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. Fair.
Be prepared for me to shout "believe it" in a couple seconds.
Please don't shout.
Can I twist? Can I twist and shout?
No, Rick, that was a shout, get it all out, and you missed it.
Oh, I missed. Now
He's too
watch
young to get
Hollow.
that one back.
It's true. These
Hollow
are
3
these are the
banks
things
to the
I could do without. Oh,
Hello,
barrel-
Saber Squad.
barrel roll focus
Now,
left.
do you deplete? No, you deplete barrel roll left, and
Yep.
then you focus.
Yep. And then you pass the deplete to Petty Officer Thanison.
Yep.
And laugh about it.
Now, Danison's back in the game after another 2 hard.
If he's still alive, yeah.
He'll be there. He'll
It's
be
so,
there.
I really wonder what Patrick's thought process was around the barrel roll for
I mean,
The
if he
SSA.
doesn't, then it's just a target lock focus out of.
Fair. That's fair.
He doesn't want to roll in front of the fucking. He's scared of the Gamma Squad, which is
Funny.
it's fair, but you know.
It has 2 pods of weapons, okay? That's scary.
It forgot to load them though, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Grand Inquisitor with the frickin' with the bag pulse missile through the rock.
That's true.
I don't think he's gonna have arc though.
Oh, I would cry if that
I would
happened.
laugh. I would laugh extremely hard if that happened. That'd be a great shot.
Yeah, I just don't think he has the arc.
Because it would be double modded.
There goes the deplete to Petty Officer Thanison.
Thanison's just a couple tokens away from having the whole shebang.
That ESC is so dead.
Dude, Grand Inquisitor's not shooting the Epsilon.
He doesn't have a shot on Hollow.
I mean, that he's shooting 1 force 2 dice.
Wait. Oh my god. Is the Gamma gonna shoot at I-5?
Oh, big brain. Big thunk.
Yeah, he might. He very well might. Oh no, not 2 dice into Hollow. Yeah,
hey,
there's...
if it pulls that focus token, that's a big deal. Oh!
Oh, just the shield off the ESC there. So good roll for Daniel.
Who's dead? You said what?
Hey, Grand Inquisitor still gets to fire.
Yeah, with 2 dice and a force.
Well, he could spend the force to make it 3 dice, can't he?
3 dice with no mods.
I believe in Grand Inquisitor.
Hey, it's Natty Patty. Remember this.
Yeah, and Natty Patty's not going to spend a force for this. I can hear you.
Should I comment? I can't? No, I'm going to let that one go. You guys just saw Rick's restraint happen in real time.
This is why I need to be on this cast every single episode.
Oh dear.
You know what this feels like? This feels like those MLB All-Star games where the dudes in the outfield are mic'd up because nothing's happening.
Yeah, right. He has to do these. He would have to do the swarm tactics for the GSA next, right?
I've decided I want to watch an NFL game where the kicker is mic'd up.
Oh, God.
Rick, why?
Just, if it's the right kicker, it could be really entertaining.
That's like the whitest football fan thing I've ever heard.
Fair.
I'm not sure what the holdup is here.
Pat, roll dice.
He did spend the force.
Oh my god,
To roll
I bodied
3.
him into it.
Average roll. And here come 3 blanks. Sorry, blank focus. I'll be fair. No, never mind.
Quite.
I forgot Daniel was rolling. Sorry. I'm trying to fix it.
I can't believe I just bodied Patrick into spending that force.
Spend the focus and he's dead.
Not necessarily.
Yep, because he's outmaneuver. 2 dice.
Oh, yeah, he's dead. Fair point.
Oh man, Daniel has just clinched top 4, everybody. With 36 points.
Which also means I think he is officially guaranteed that Patrick does not make top 4.
No, that's not right. That was not the issue.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
I think Patrick needed like a 200-0 to have enough MOB.
No, he doesn't need 200-0, but he needed a lot. So we'll see.
So, guys, I just want to say something. There's a really cool setup next turn for Hollow to 5k after Thanison coordinates him a focus.
5K takes him off the table based off of where that rock is. Because 5K is beyond range
I'm
two.
not sure that. Yeah, that rock might have been placed at. I don't think that rock is placed in a little, but I'm not 100% sure.
I still 4K. 4K is fine.
Just 2 sloop.
Hollow has 1 health left. Fuck.
Oof. That's brutal.
Well, Patrick has done what I could not, which is put more than 1 damage into Hollow.
All right, here comes the ESC to put half points on Grand Inquisitor for lols.
That would be incredible.
We call
Natty.
this the yeet.
Here come 3 blanks. Ah, never
No.
mind.
It would
Damn
have
it
been
all.
funny with 3 focuses.
I was expecting blank focus. I won't lie.
All right, and off to round 10 we go. Where it stops, I think we all know.
I want off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Wow, the Epsilon Squadron really made it through without getting to half points. That's crazy.
Man, somebody
it
was
was
talking
dead.
shit on the Epsilon last turn.
Yeah, I really thought it was dead.
It should have been. It's not my fault that
So-
Patrick's dice sucked.
What do
Well,
you-
actually, what it is it's your fault that Patrick didn't target lock a different ship.
So
Target lock
Hollow actually
not
has to
the
play
Epsilon.
back into the Inquisitor and Whisper.
Yeah, I think you just two sloops. I think you're right. Coordinate something if you can. The major issue here for Thanison is
You
You know,
can't
he is-
coordinate with Thanison because Thanison does a 2-bank and that gets you the hell out.
Thanison doesn't have to do a 2-bank. My question is
It's a
if he does
1-bank.
like a 1-bank. Oh, I guess a 1-bank is white, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And a 2
Oh,
hard
that-
puts you on the rock.
Terrible.
Well, 2 hard is also not going to let you coordinate. So
So
the real question
probably
is,
1-3?
I think the 1 straight probably puts you too far to coordinate as well.
It absolutely does.
So I guess Hollow's on his own.
Ooh. What about the 2-bank and the jam?
Jam Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Jam it. No. So you snoke the Inquisitor. Your ESC is going to have his barrel roll up this turn, and you jam the shit out of him.
Well, if you jam him, you just get rid of the target lock he already has.
True.
Why is that a bad thing?
Yeah, I don't think it is a bad thing. Yeah, let's just hope that there's no attempt at a 5K and Daniel Brandon's himself.
You mean Rick?
Bobby.
So many names.
Wait, somebody else did it too. Who else went off the table?
Bobby. Multiple
No, no.
times.
Bobby did it twice.
Uh-huh.
Did Bobby did it against Langland or did Langland also
No,
go off?
Bobby 2-hearted off the table against Tommy. He 4K'd off the table in his Jank Tank Open game last night.
Oh.
Which is the same thing Brandon did with, and same thing too. It was old Tarok in both cases.
Both times.
Man, Militant
Langland went off the board.
Yep.
Militant Casual really looking proud of during this discussion.
Militant Casuals would do great with 4x4 boards.
Oh, God. I'm gonna disown everybody.
Wait. Can we do a tournament where everybody gets veteran turret gunner Y-ons?
No.
That's the. You're not allowed to drink anymore.
Think about all the board edges.
This is like Charles asking for TLT to come back. It makes me want to murder you.
You
and
mean
him.
Rick asking for TLT to come back?
I don't want TLT to come back except for as a bow tie turret. That's range 3 only.
I'm not drinking it. I wish I was.
I am drinking, and I wish
you
I
were
was
doing more?
drinking more. To be honest.
I still say Hollow 5K is like a boss.
That puts him off the table. I think he 4Ks. Wait, he doesn't have a 4K.
I think he
does
2
He's not a Jedi.
sloops. I'll say it one last time. I think he 2 sloops.
I think he 5 straights.
Jam.
Yeah, jam that Grand Inquisitor.
Jam
it.
him.
Do it.
Do it.
You have nothing better to do.
Oh, wait, you know what? I think that corner to corner. Oh, okay. Okay. What?
Interesting.
Target lock.
But why?
Yeah, but why though?
Because he has it.
So he has a jam as well.
Jam doesn't provide him utility next turn.
Neither does the fucking target lock, because if he too hards, he's on a rock.
But if he zero stops and closes his wings, he can rotate.
Oh my god.
All right, real quick. Conspiracy theory. They're gonna talk in chat. And Whisper's gonna 3K onto that rock.
They're gonna go out of their way to make this a 200 or a 150 tie.
Yep.
No, they don't need a tie. What Patrick needs now is to just completely wipe out Daniel's list.
Now, did he catch the Grand Inquisitor on that block, or did he big brain that the Inquisitor's turning right for some reason?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Issy's move there, so I suspect that's got to block almost anything the Grand Inquisitor wants to do. So yeah, unless he big brained to just get the hell out, I don't think things are going to go very well.
Has the Gamma moved yet? No, the Gamma.
Yeah, the Gamma moved. It's finishing its actions.
So I
He's
think
trying to
Grand
block.
Inquisitor did.
He's trying to block Hollow.
To be honest,
This rolls to block Hollow's 1 hard.
Yeah.
I think Grand Inquisitor did a 3 hard. TBH.
This is where Hollow does that primo sloop left.
Yeah.
Barrel roll.
Ooh.
Yeah, barrel roll.
Or focus, because you're gonna hit. And then
I mean, you don't need to
hit.
hit, because it's not like you're getting shot.
Yeah. Just focus, man.
Yeah, just focus. But he's gonna barrel roll though.
I still think Grand Inquisitor's doing a 3 hard. Or he did a slower move and is using Whisper to stop himself so he can shoot the Epsilon.
Could be.
Because he's got a big brain.
I think that means I'll have to call out Patrick in chat again.
Nope. Oh. Uh-oh.
Rick's the epitome of an unbiased commentator.
Yeah, slooped the other direction. Maybe
Big
afraid
brain.
that he'd go off the board with the other one.
Focus or... Oh, that's a lot.
Pattern analyzer.
Yep.
I mean, target lock's the right call.
I'm just having fun. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think he's trying to dust the GSA before he helps kill Thanison.
Oof.
He's going for the 4. That's why he target locked.
Yeah.
I have my customary line ready for when he rerolls into failure.
Whisper's gonna roll triple focus. Calling it. Triple focus. Oh.
Average roll.
Well, it turns into a hit crit.
Ouch.
And then a lack of use of that force point. What's the crit? And the crit says...
Ooh.
Oh,
Leaves
Now
him on
you
one
have
hole.
Alive.
now you have to kill.
Yeah. You have to kill the GSA. Well, I mean, the GSA is rolling unmodded, but as we know, when that happens, it's going to be
No,
hit
it's
crit.
not. It's not a target lock.
Oh, it does. Fair.
But Vassal hates rerolls, so it might as well be on mod.
That's true.
I hate everything.
Ben, you better hope that Hollow doesn't whiff this shot, or I'm gonna put it in chat like 4 times.
He's actually going to roll blank, blank, focus, focus, and then re-roll everything into hit, hit, crit, crit. With his target lock.
Here, ready. I'm ready. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Here comes Khan. Oh! I am so fucking good. I am so fucking good.
Called it! Oh! Are
So
we
this is-
having fun?
Oh,
Insert Kirk Cousins. You like that? You like that?
well, hold up. We need to see if it kills the Gamma Squad.
Right.
Fuel leak. Do it.
Hull breach.
Oh.
Nope.
Wait. Next one could be a direct.
Yeah. Could be. Nope. Though that blinded pilot is just... That blinded pilot's very good.
About those natties.
That target lock is no longer of any concern to Petty Officer Tennyson. By the way, that's half points on the bomber, obviously.
No, really, you think?
You know what? Shut up. You're just mad because I called the whole thing there in the rerolls.
I'm not mad. I'd like to see Vassal actually work for once.
It's been actually like this the last couple nights.
Insert Kirk Cousins. You like that?
Well, hold up. Now what we need to happen is for fucking Hollow to sloop again next turn.
Oh!
There's I called that hit crit too. That's hilarious.
Blind.
I mean, Dennis is just dead, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brutal. I need to go to Vegas, guys. I'm out.
Ben, don't overestimate yourself that much.
You like that?
Oh, brutal. Now, of course, the Epsilon could kill the GSA here, and that would be hilarious.
100% he will. I will take anybody's money that he kills him.
And then Hollow just cleans up here.
For a game.
Bang, dead.
Oh, ouch. Yep. That's a dead bomber. All right. So that brings the score as we head into round 11 to 141 for Patrick to 66 for Daniel.
It's not over.
No, it's not over, but you really wished if you were Daniel, you probably are really wishing you're not on one hole with Hollow. That's
this is true.
That's no bueno.
But you know who's not shooting this turn? Whisper.
Well, I mean, Whisper might choose this turn to finally Kate turn.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't, but he could.
Doesn't she have to decloak somewhere to do that though?
Yeah, you decloak forward.
No, you decloak left and back, and then you 3K and eat the rock.
You can't decloak left. You'll overlap the rock with the template.
Rick is so.
You are
hammered.
a crusher of dreams.
But I think you. Oh boy, I don't think I would want.
If there was an X-wing field sobriety test, Rick just failed it.
Do you guys like my modification to the Gold Squadron podcast logo in the bottom right?
No.
Oh. That's mean.
How about no?
Help! I'm being oppressed.
I mean, Hollow has the one hard here, basically.
Whisper, decloak to the right, 3 hard left. I like it. Taking it to the bank.
Wait, what?
Decloak right, 3 hard left.
Through the rock, so you can take half damage. That's brilliant.
I never said I was smart.
In the words of the dude from New York from Saving Private Ryan, that's brilliant, pumpkin.
All right, so this is the 2 forward. There's no way he does anything but a K turn there.
I'm thinking a 1 bank from Hollow, so no matter what the Grand Inquisitor does, you got a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Though
especially if he bumps on the Epsilon.
Yeah.
I'm still seeing blank cards on their personal profiles.
Oh yeah, we already talked about that, man.
They took him out.
Oh.
That's what I'm guessing.
You might have been away when we were talking about that, but we suspect because that art was actually taken from the game, they decided to.
Oh, yeah. I think somebody might have done that before. I think this is not the first time Vassal has done something like that.
Come on, Grand Inquisitor, just bump on the Epsilon already. Ooh.
I think you missed it, Whisper. I think you just tempted fate right there.
Well, I mean, he's just going to recloak and be fine anyway.
Block.
There it is.
Got the block.
Now the real question, did Hollow one hard?
If he went for that, I bet you he did. I 100% think he did.
Yeah.
Oh, target lock, focus, out.
Target lock, focus.
Rig.
Target lock, focus. You pass the deplete to the Epsilon.
Yeah, you're goddamn right you do.
Or do you pass the strain to the Epsilon?
No.
You actually, yes. Yes, you pass the strain. He's not going to get shot. He's going to go for Hollow.
Well, I'm not sure the SC has a shot on Whisper,
No,
so I don't think it
that's
matters.
He's going to do it. Oh, the Epsilon
The
has a
SC
shot on Whisper, 100%.
You don't want to have a deplete on him. You want to be able to get half points on Whisper.
Yeah, you know what? This is going to be hilarious. Dude, if Whisper whiffs this shot into Hollow, this game could turn on a dime. I'm 100% serious.
I mean, no, you're not wrong. I mean, and the thing is the rock is there and he's got the focus, so he just doesn't want to have to spend that focus on the attack.
Do you spend the force?
Oh yeah, absolutely spend the force.
Yeah.
You've still got the evade.
You got the evade and 3 dice. Hollow, don't blank out on me now.
Than us.
I mean, Patrick might be clenching right now. It's true, and might be like, "Oh God, what do I do?"
Wait. Is Whisper plus or minus half of an ES or a totally full ESC?
He did spend the focus, and Hollow just laughs. So let's see. Whisper at half points would be 38 points, so not even close to what he needs.
So Hollow has to be alive.
Oh yeah.
So,
of course Hollow has to be alive.
If Hollow drops all 4, all the Inquisitor has to do is roll 1 blank and he's dead.
No, the Inquisitor has to roll
1 blank. He's outmaneuvered.
Oh, yeah. Woof!
They checked arc on, Grand Inquisitor, right? Yeah, yep.
Except for Grand Inquisitor absolutely spends a force to drop a die here to prevent exactly that.
That is true.
Yeah.
And it looks
there
like,
it goes.
yep.
Spend it anyway.
Oof, nice reroll.
Spend it anyway.
Yep.
Blank out, I dare you.
That's a crit under the shield.
Spends a force to avoid one of those damage, which would have killed him, right? So
Which would have killed him outright. Yep.
It's gonna be a loose stabilizer. Loose stabilizer. Oh.
It is now 141 to 96, though.
And we might have the Epsilon dragging it back right here.
That Epsilon's in trouble next turn, though, with that rock.
And 2 sloops left.
It's gonna hit the rock either way.
Do it, kid.
Your lack of faith disturbs me. Oh.
Yep, Natty. All right, so here's the win condition for Daniel as we head into the 12th round here. Is he has got to... Man, I think he's got to get half points on the Grand Inquisitor, and
5K.
And I think kill Whisper.
5K.
He has half points on GI.
He's down 4. I'm well aware of what he's got. It's 141 to 96. So he's down.
God, Dennison is so thick.
He has to kill Whisper.
So he's down by 45 points. Whisper would only be 37.
He's got to get 2 half points, whether or not that's killing.
He's already no. He's got half points on the Grand Inquisitor. So I'm telling you what he has to do. I'm looking at a score sheet. He has to get half points on Grand Inquisitor or on Whisper. Wait. Oh shoot.
So he either has to kill Whisper, do 3 damage to Whisper, or do 1 damage to Whisper and 1 damage to Grand Inquisitor.
What is Grand Inquisitor's actual health?
It's on 1. He's on 1.
Okay, it is on 1. Yeah, okay. Can somebody update that? Because I'm looking at that and it's still 2-1. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so he's got to get half points on Whisper and kill Grand Inquisitor to win. There's no other... And also not lose Hollow or take half points on the Epsilon Squadron Cadet. That is not going to be easy.
No, but this is what they call it. This is the last turn.
Yeah,
he can't win.
Epsilon.
He can't win. This is the last turn.
No, he can, but he's got to like natty both attacks.
Then you know what?
If you're Patrick, you decloak to the right, one hard to the right with
Yeah.
Whisper.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And
If
3 bank left.
that's assuming that they know what the actual like situation is here in the score, which I'd imagine.
If there was any 2 guys in the world that are keeping up with the score, it's Patrick and Daniel.
Right. So yeah, Patrick's win condition is to have Whisper somewhere where Whisper just cannot be shot.
Yep. This is where the Epsilon cadet goes to Yeet University and 3 banks over that rock.
I mean, honestly, I think Whisper could decloak, 2 forward and then hard turn to the left, and just nobody's going to shoot at him. Like a 3 hard.
Yeah.
Epsilon 4K.
I mean, even then,
So what I'm hearing is Patrick needs to make this fun, and he needs to decloak straight with Whisper, and then 4K both of his ships.
It's a coin flip. For Daniel, it's a coin flip. He has to guess right on 2 maneuvers.
That's more than a coin flip.
That's the smartest thing you've said on this entire show.
It's a low bar.
The second smartest thing is telling you guys that this game has been going for 3 hours.
No, because we started late.
Yeah, we started way late.
Like 9:40.
Also, I'm definitely keeping up on your neighbors.
The stream has almost been going for 3 hours, but the game has not.
Props to anybody who has stuck with us this long. I have mad respect for you.
How many people do we have on YouTube?
It's Sacramento, so I think we have basically. I know Brian and Sean are still listening in. Beyond that, we've got 6 people allegedly on here. So I don't know who the other 4 are, but
passed out ruling on their keyboards.
Keep up the good work.
There's gonna be just a bunch of faces mashed to the keyboard in about 3 hours, waking up going, "Oh, what?"
Here's the thing: is Daniel can't lose if he never sets a dial.
I mean, I would eventually probably call him for slow play, but you're almost right.
He's already set both as well.
Yeah. Yep. So I think that the hazard for the ESC is he could take half points just going over the rock, and that might itself just be game here. So here we go. All right, so there's the decloak to the right. The ESC just does a Segnor's loop. Oh, there's half points. Oh, that's brutal.
It's okay. When Grand Inquisitor does a 1 hard to the right, and then Hollow does a 5K, it's going to be great.
I mean, here's the thing. If that win condition is still the same, he has to kill the Grand Inquisitor and half point Whisper to win.
Hey, that's a nice evade you got there. It's too bad you're literally handing him outmaneuver.
Well, yeah, basically.
Outmaneuver and a game loss.
But yeah, the thing is that without that damage on Whisper, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't expect him to get out of this. I didn't expect him to win.
Right.
Nobody did. Wait. Maybe.
Big thonk? Big thonk place?
What is even happening?
Is he going to try to gank Whisper it through the rock at range 3?
That would appear to be his plan.
Big brain move. I'm in.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Right.
By the way, have you guys seen the new Rick and Morty advertisement with Thin Lizzy?
No.
That's the greatest thing in history.
Tell me more.
It's the boys. It's Rick and Morty with the boys are back in town backing it.
All right. So Whisper's up first. He's got a range 1 shot at this poor ESC.
One evade and he's alive.
And
That's Daniel.
And it's Daniel, so Daniel's like, whatever.
So
No, there's no win condition, unfortunately. I don't think the ESC has a shot at Grand Inquisitor, and the Grand Inquisitor's sitting there with an evade.
Great.
I mean,
He has a shot at the Inquisitor.
Oh man.
Okay, technically, his win condition is alive.
Oh boy.
That's half on Whisper.
That's half on Whisper. Holy crap.
This is not over. Can the Epsilon land the natties from downtown into a whiff?
I mean, it's Daniel, so yes, it can. Oh my god.
Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. For the dream.
Hit crit.
Range 2.
It's range 2.
Hit crit.
Hit.
Nope, hit crit.
Oh!
All
Rick's
right.
Drink.
So, no. Oh, not good enough. Spend the evade just as a fuck you, Patrick. Do it. Spend the evade.
I did my part.
Yes. All right, guys. All right. I don't even really know what to say here. So the final score is going to be 154 to 134.
Oh.
That game was so much closer than it started.
So wait, so we need to clarify. If he had killed the Grand Inquisitor, he'd have won.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right.
And that's giving up half on the Epsilon.
That's right, because killing the Grand Inquisitor would have been another 29 points.
Yep.
So yes, he would have won.
Damn.
All right, let's jump into that room and talk to our competitors.
Tried.
Hello, fellows.
Hi. I did what I could.
You
okay?
did.
I had the plan was there.
Did
The dream was
everything right,
alive. And then Patrick said no.
The problem is that it wasn't Vader, right? Like, you
It
can
wasn't
only
Vader.
kill Vader with 2 dice. It was Grand Inquisitor, so Grand Inquisitor was like, go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
That was Daniel. That was a great job, man. We thought you were hosed pretty early on, and you dragged it back.
Yeah, that was brutal. Like in the beginning, because yeah, he did bad stuff to my ships.
Like he flew some circles around you, bro. I hate to say it.
Oh no, I've had 3 beers because I was like, this is a rough day. I need.
It was a
so I
rough
drank
day
3
for you,
beers.
yeah.
Yeah, that game was over, and then it wasn't.
There was a chance if I had half-point whisper, which I did,
Mm-hmm.
and if my Epsilon had killed I killed Grand Inquisitor, that was it. I would have won.
Yes, you
Yes,
would have.
And again, I did everything to plan. We talked about it before that round of shooting happened. I was like, okay, Hollow has to half-point whisper, and then I roll 2 90 hits, and you're gonna roll triple blanks. Use your evade. I still kill you. That'll be game.
Leads us to the next question. Patrick, why didn't you run away?
Because we're playing for fun.
Okay, I think
I would've.
that's exactly what Ben said, where he's like, we need Patrick to play for actual fun and not just be Patrick.
Yeah, so let's talk about this because I think unfortunately with where the score ended up, Patrick, I don't think you have a shot at getting into the top 4 here, but that was certainly an entertaining game and a lot of really interesting sort of kind of back and forth and maneuvering and just generally fun stuff. So Patrick, what was kind of your approach to Daniel's list? What were you hoping to get in terms of first engagement? Did you get it? How'd the game go from your side?
Liked my beginning engagement. I wanted Tennison coming through those rocks. I was just trying to keep Inquisitor right there. And I just wanted my saber behind Tennison, so
Right.
all that worked.
Yeah, in fact, because you had kind of talked about how you like to use that Saber Squadron in our chat, I kind of predicted that was what you were going to try to do again here, was get around behind and hope that they would ignore, or that Daniel would end up ignoring your Saber Squadron like everyone else does. And it kind of worked out.
Yeah, I like those little sabers, like mini Sunter.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Daniel, what were you hoping to get in the first engagement, and did you get kind of what you were hoping for?
Oh no, Patrick completely outflew me in the beginning. I knew he was going to be cagey with his aces, but I flew Hollow a little bit too fast in the beginning, which put Hollow kind of in a weird position. I mean, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't great either. Because he turned all three of his ships back into Hollow, I thought he would kind of run more towards the north part of the board. So by turning back in, it kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah,
and then I had to react with Thanison in the bad way.
We were talking about that too, I kind of looked at the board and saw what Patrick could do there. I was thinking you might one hard Hollow and barrel roll back to the other side of the rock that was kind of in the middle bottom part there, and then when you two-bagged, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And it didn't cost you the game or anything like that, but it did make it a little bit harder for you to get, I think, what you wanted out of the engagement.
Yeah, I committed Hollow into that area.
Say again, Patrick?
Hollow was just so far forward, and
yeah.
Tennison was way behind, and the Upsilons weren't even in the picture. It's like it was almost like a free shot at Hollow for me.
Yeah, and you got the shield off on that first engagement too. But then, fast forward a turn, and then Hollow gets the shield off of Grand Inquisitor, and we just kind of shrugged. Like at that point, it seemed like anything could happen from there. So it ultimately didn't feel like it was that big a deal, just because of the way the dice went, etc.
Yeah, the Natty triple evades.
Yes, you had a lot of really important evades in this game, Daniel, to keep you in it, I think.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But speaking of evades, I'm looking at the statistics right now.
Me too.
Daniel rolled 53 green dice, of which 20 were expected to be blank and 23 were blank. Whereas Patrick rolled 61 green dice, of which 23 were expected to be blank and only 19 were blank. So, despite Daniel having some insanely clutch defense rolls, the game really came down to those green blanks here and there because it came down to that one damage.
Daniel, you only rolled 4. Oh, never mind. I thought that said he only rolled 4 focuses on defense. I was like, what the actual fuck?
No, it means he always had focuses on defense.
Yeah.
Patrick only rolled 4 crits though.
Yikes. Yeah, it kind of felt that way too. So yeah, I'm not until we get the scores in. I won't be really sure kind of how things will settle out in terms of the top 4. I think this gives Daryl an opening to dive into the top 4 potentially, and I'm not sure when his game actually is going to be, since I know that Chris Langland has some technical issues right now. So we'll just kind of have to keep an eye on that, I think. Vince and Rick, any other kind of thoughts you guys had? Because it is fairly late.
It is. I only have one question. Daniel, it felt like you didn't get as much out of the 2 TIE fighters as you normally do.
Yeah, they were, too far forward and couldn't do much for me. Again, I wasn't planning on committing through those rocks because I know that's a bad decision. But because I screwed up Hollow, I kind of had to bring Thanson in to support Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the TIE fighters had to kind of turn in, but didn't do as much as I hoped.
You guys are going to be really interested when you see the advantage graph. It's actually the exact opposite of what we thought the game looked like.
I'm going to go look at that.
All right, so let me go ahead because I'm dying. I need to get to bed.
Me too.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for having a really fun game for us to cast. I hope folks enjoyed our pretty loopy commentary. Definitely, we can't let Rick Riesling in cast again. But yeah,
You're making him sound like such a Karen. It's unbelievable.
he just needs the haircut,
I'll
really.
Talk to your manager.
Yeah.
Ben's
In
my
all
manager.
honesty, though, this was actually a really fun time. I enjoyed watching both of you guys play.
Yeah.
It was very much an example of people who put more thought into their dials than I do. And it was fun just to see that play out. Daniel, your dial decisions were incredibly fast today. Any particular reason for that?
They were fascinating or fast?
Fast.
Fast? I don't know. Three beers?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So anyway, thanks folks for listening in. Thanks for watching. I'm not sure when our next cast will be because I'm not sure when the last couple games are. So just keep an eye on our Militant Casual Facebook page and keep subscribed to the YouTube channel because when we go live you'll get notifications. Thank you both to Rick and Vince for being my partners in crime in the booth, and thanks again Daniel and Patrick.